Hello, hello, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Tonight we are going to be going through a yoga flow for healthy hips. So just some gentle hip openers. Nothing's going to be too fast. We'll warm up the hips a bit and then get into some nice deep stretching. Let me know if you have any comments or questions at all. I'll have some music in the background. And I hope you enjoy our practice tonight. And so we're going to start just seated, crossing your right leg in front of your left. And that's important because we will switch sides later on. Making sure you pull out and you flush from under your sit bone so you're right down on the floor. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to grab a bolster or a pillow or something just to sit on so you're a little bit higher, and that'll be easier on the knees. All right? So let's go with the hands on the knees, lengthening up through the spine with a big inhale, filling up through the belly, through the ribs, all the way up to the top of the lungs. And then exhale from the top of the lungs, through the ribs, deep into the belly, squeezing that belly button to the spine. Again, a big inhale, feel that breath grow from the belly through the ribs to the top of the lungs as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. And exhale from the top of the lungs down deep into the belly as the shoulders draw back and down. Really settling into those sit bones. Inhaling here, big breath in, nice and tall. Exhaling completely. Big inhale, growing tall, lengthening, shoulders down and back. Exhale completely. One more big inhale all the way up. And exhale. Hands down beside the hips. Inhale, right hand reaches up and all the way over to the left side. Exhale. Inhale, switching sides, lengthen through the left arm, left side body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, switching sides. And exhale. Inhale, once more each way. Lengthen through that side body, opening up through the ribs. Inhale, switch. And exhale. Good. Inhale, left hand beside the left hip, right hand to left knee. Big breath in as you twist. Lengthen through the collarbone and exhale. Inhale, switching sides. Lengthening here. And exhale. Inhale, switching sides. Exhale, deeper into that twist. Inhale, switch. Once more each way, big inhale, lengthening through those shoulders, through the collarbone. Last time to the right. and exhale into center. Giving out a nice little shake, a shimmy through the shoulders. Hands on the knees, big breath in, filling up. On the exhale, we bring our chest down towards the left knee and then sweep it forward, lengthening through the spine. Inhale up to the right. Exhale, other direction. Following that pattern at your own pace. Holding any position that might need just a little bit more attention. Closing your eyes. Just letting your body move in a way that it needs. Next inhale, we'll come all the way up. Nice and tall, and exhaling out at the top. Giving it a little shake. We're gonna take that right leg, so that's our front leg now, and we're gonna lift it up and just grabbing onto the foot. So now, depending on your practice, you may be able to hug that leg in tight to your chest. Maybe just grabbing it here is enough. So start here with the tall back, nice and long, and just grab onto your right foot. Trying to pull it in towards your chest. If it's in your practice, you can hug that leg in tight to your chest. Maybe just giving a little wiggle out side to side. Keeping your back up nice and tall. Feeling that release into the right hip. Big exhales allow you to get just a little deeper. And we'll take a hold of that right foot and extend it forward. So keep it elevated. And maybe there's a bend in your leg here. Maybe you can straighten it all the way out. Maybe you can grab onto your big toe with your peace fingers. So that middle finger and your index finger. Shoulders back and down and lengthening through the back of the leg. Sitting up nice and tall in those sit bones. Breathing out, straightening that leg with every exhale. Shoulders down and back. On an exhale, we're going to place that right leg down to the floor. It's straight with your left foot tucked in tight to the thigh. So as tight as you feel comfortable. Hips should be pointed more towards the left, so our shoulders, our hips line up with that left shoulder. Right hand down to the floor, palm up. Big inhale with that left arm, reaching it up and over. So we're stacking our shoulders here. Left arm reaches over the head. If it's in your practice, maybe you can reach your toes. Definitely not in my practice today. But we're trying to keep everything stacked over that right leg. Shoulders, head, hand. Lengthening through that side body. Find that exhale. Give you just a little bit more space. Big inhale. Rolling out through the shoulders, giving a little shake. We're gonna take that left leg now, keeping it bent, but bring the foot over the right. So it crosses over that right side. Right leg is still long. Hugging the left leg with your right arm, left hand behind the hip. Big inhale, turning towards the back now. Looking over the shoulders. Shoulders down and back. Keeping that back up tall, ensuring a deep breath here. Really releasing into that twist. Noticing a little bit more space available with each exhale. And then when you're ready, gently bringing it back towards the front. Taking that left foot, take it in as tight to the right glute as you can, maybe letting the knee fall forward. And we're gonna lean the chest onto the leg. So chest to left leg on top of the right, leaning in. And we can hold it here if that's enough for you, and usually it is. But if it's in your practice, your knees are healthy, bend that right knee back. So we've got a good fold in those legs and then lean it forward. Draw the shoulders back. Lengthen through the spine, melt your way into this fold. Should be feeling that nice and deep into the hip. Try to keep both sit bones into the mat. Beautiful. Inhaling up, rolling out. We're gonna uncross those legs, bring them both in front so the knees are bent, the feet are on the floor. Hands behind you, just drop the knees side to side. Releasing through the hip. You should feel a little bit more on that right side now than the left. And we're gonna repeat all of that on the left side. Grab some water if you like, some tea, whatever you have available. Good. Now we're gonna sit up, tucking the right leg in with the left foot in front, making sure the sit bones are nice and even. Hands over the knees, big inhale, lengthen up through the spine. On the exhale, we're gonna sweep down towards that right leg, all the way around. And then inhale up. Exhale, switching directions. And inhale up. Beautiful. Sweeping around. Side to side. Lengthening through the spine. Holding any position that you feel might need just a little bit more attention. Next inhale, we come all the way up. Taking a hold of that left foot. And this is where we're trying to hug that left foot in as tight to the chest as possible. So maybe it's just grabbing that foot and kind of pulling it in, keeping the back tall, shoulders down. Maybe it's in your practice. Kind of hug that leg in. And then just a soft little rock side to side. So wherever you are in your practice, maybe it's tight to the chest, maybe that foot's a fair distance away. It's all a beautiful place to be. So just enjoy that. Shoulders down and back. Breathing deep into that left hip. Keeping a tall spine. Awesome. Take a hold of that left foot, either by the foot or the big toe, and extend it outward. Keeping it elevated. Looking to straighten out that leg eventually. Tall through the spine. Shoulders down away from the ears. Every exhale is a chance to extend the leg just a little bit further. And then softly placing it onto the floor. Right leg is tucked in tight to the left. The right shoulder should line up with the right knee. Left hand on the floor, palm up, big inhale, that right arm lifts up and over top, lengthening through that side body. Opening up through the chest. Opening up through the ribs. Every exhale gives us a chance to get a little bit deeper. Stacking the shoulders over top of that left leg. On an inhale, slowly rise up. A little shimmy, a little shake through those shoulders. Taking the right leg, keeping it bent. We're gonna draw it across the left leg. Hugging the right leg with the left arm. Turning over that right shoulder. Sitting tall. Creating a nice twist through the spine. Hugging that leg in. Ensuring a strong deep breath with every inhale and every exhale. Slowly exhale, coming out of that twist. Keep that right leg tucked over, maybe a little bit tighter towards the glute. And we're gonna just lean forward. So stacking our upper body onto the right leg, onto the left. Perhaps bending that left leg if it's in your practice. So we're into that cow face pose. Bit more of a pretzel. Shoulders back and lean the chest forward. Try to stay with both sit bones on the mat. Relaxing that upper body. Inhaling up softly, rolling to the shoulders, little shake out. Let's uncross the legs here. Knees bent in front, and then just softly dropping them side to side. Nice way to reset the hips. Bringing them up into center, grabbing a drink if you like. We're gonna take the legs wide. So as wide as you feel comfortable, does not have to be the splits by any means. But we're just gonna take those legs wide, feet as far apart as you can. Again, sitting up on a block is helpful here, as well as keeping a bend in the knee. That's totally okay as well. We wanna flex the toes in towards you, sitting up with a tall back. Let's reach up, inhale, turn the shoulders towards the left, exhale, bring the belly button down towards the thigh. So keep a long spine here, shoulders are even, hands might be at the thigh, maybe down a little bit lower at the calf or the foot. Either way, the shoulders are parallel. The belly button reaches towards the thigh, the chest maybe towards the knee. Every exhale gets us just a little bit deeper. Feeling a lengthening happening through the hamstrings, which will help release through the hips. When you're ready, inhale, reaching all the way up. Turning towards that right leg. Exhale. Lowering down. Remember, belly button towards the thigh, shoulders stay even as we try to keep a long spine. So we reach the belly button down towards the thigh, maybe the chest to the knee if that's available. It's not about getting your head to your knee, it's about bringing your spine down as a straight board towards that leg. Shoulders are parallel. Big deep breaths are available. Every exhale gets us just a little bit deeper. And an inhale, gently come back up. Shaking out through the shoulders, a hand on either leg. So starting at the thigh, big inhale, lengthening through the spine. And then as we exhale, we're going to reach the belly button towards the floor. So again, it's not about bringing our head to the floor, but our belly button, which will allow for a long spine, a deeper stretch through that inner thighs. Hands can be at the thighs, the shins, maybe the feet. Reaching that belly button down. Keeping that spine long, keeping those breaths deep. Gently bringing the hands into center, and this is where we can melt down. Just relax the head and the neck. Maybe rounding out through the spine. And you're gonna notice how this changes our stretch a little bit, the points of focus, as the shoulders relax. Maybe there's a little bit more curve through the spine. You can lengthen through the arms, feeling that stretch through the side body. Keeping those legs as straight as you feel comfortable. Take note if you feel any extra points of tension, maybe around the knees, the shoulder, upper to mid back. Maybe telling you that there's some bigger issues here. If it's in the knees, there might be some issues with tightness to the hips and the hamstrings. If it's up through the shoulders, through the mid back, you may be experiencing some imbalances through that upper body that we should pay just a little bit more attention to. Inhaling, slowly walk the hands up towards the body, shaking out. Placing the left hand on the left leg, big inhale, right hand lifts up and over. Stacking the shoulders on top of that left leg, reaching towards the foot. Inhale all the way up, come to the other side, left arm over top of the head. And then inhale up to center. Rolling up through the shoulders, gently bring the legs back and together. Giving them a bit of a shake out. The hips are going to feel just a little bit tender right now, so we'll relieve that by coming onto your back. Tucking the knees into the chest, hugging them in tight, and just rocking side to side. Massaging out through the spine. Nice and easy here. Beautiful. On an inhale, we're going to extend both legs straight up. Hands over the belly or by the side. Maybe some points and flexes with the feet. Might feel good, or circles around one way then the other. Just letting everything drain out from the feet and the legs. A great way to relieve stress, any swelling in the ankles. When you're ready, we'll bend the knees, grab a hold of the feet, coming into happy baby. One last deep hip stretch. So grabbing the thighs or the feet. Maybe rocking side to side might feel good. You might prefer no movement. Maybe extending one leg, then the other. Just kind of enjoying it, whatever feels right for your body today. And gently bringing your feet together, down on the mat, knees stay bent, soles of the feet onto the mat, hands onto the belly, one hand on the belly button, one over the ribs. And you can choose to keep your knees bent here, or if you want just a little bit more stretch through the hips, you can drop your knees out wide to the side. Trying to get as comfortable as possible. Making any adjustment here to be 5 or 10% more comfortable. And then focusing on where your hands are. Taking a deep inhale to the belly, feeling that bottom hand lift first. Then moving that breath up to the ribs, noticing how that top hand lifts. Finishing the breath all the way up to the top of the lungs, maybe holding it there for a moment. Exhaling from the top. Through the ribs. Deep down into the belly. Inhale from the bottom, filling all the way up. Exhaling completely. Once more, big deep breath up. Exhale a heavy sigh from the mouth, releasing all that breath out. Beautiful. Spending a bit more time here if you like. Or you can join me in rolling onto the right side, stacking the legs. Resting the head on the right arm. Taking just a moment here to thank yourself for making time for a practice today. Thanking your body for its ability to move in whatever fashion that is. Then when you're ready, slowly pressing your way up to an easy seated position, either on the knees or maybe seated cross-legged. Bringing that hand into heart center, Anjali Mudra, with the hands pressed together at the chest. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to share in your practice today. If you have any questions, have any comments, please do bring them by. Otherwise, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day and your week. And until I see you next time, thank you. Namaste. Thank you again so much for joining. Don't forget to like this video, maybe save it, share it to a friend that you think might enjoy some of these stretches. I really appreciate you all being here, so thank you again so much for joining.